What is going on, guys? Mason Barber come back to us with yet another video, and in today's video we're going to be doing a Jake Paul haircut tutorial. So basically, my boy Jake over here, he told me he wanted his beard to look like Jake Paul's. He showed me a picture. He didn't want me to tell you guys that, but you know, that's what really happened, so I had to tell you. But yeah, Jake Paul's haircut really actually really resembles Jake's haircut. I find Jake's a little nicer though, because Jake Paul gets like a weird line on the sides, but whatever. So let's hop straight into the video. So first thing, what I do is I put my skin guideline with my babyless skeleton trimmers. Some barbers like to flip the trimmer over and put the line in, kind of like how they're outlining. I don't like to do that because I feel like it leaves too harsh of a line, so I just flip it over, go up until where I want my line to be, and then under that I'll flip over the clipper and I'll kind of scrape at the skin to get it even lower. Second step, I take my wall seniors and we're gonna do our 0.5 guideline. So I go up about half an inch maybe. You want to make sure that the lines are neat, because if you have neat lines, your haircut's gonna come out nicer. So once you do that, I fade downwards, so I'll go down just a little bit, slowly close the lever, go down just a bit, slowly close the lever, go down just a bit, slowly close the lever, until it's all the way closed. And then I'll play with the corners. So using the corners, you want to have it a little shorter than what it's supposed to be, meaning like with the clipper all the way closed, and then you're going with your corner to like break up the dark spots. After that, I take my trimmers and I hit it with the corner just to get rid of that bottom line. Next step, we take our one guard open, so the 1.5, go up about the same length or the same space you did with your 0.5 guideline, and then you're going to slowly close the lever just like we did before, and you're going to see it's going to leave it's still going to leave a line. You're going to get rid of that line with the 0.5 guard. So with the 0.5 guard, you want to make sure you don't go all the way to the top of that guideline, because then you're just erasing like the 1.5. So yeah, just don't go all the way up. Right here, I'm taking my 1.5 guard once again, just to make sure that I'm really getting the blend right. You guys are gonna see I'm like a perfectionist, so I like to take my time when blending. Like, I'll really go at it and I won't stop until I like what it's looking like. All right, next up, I take my number 4 guard, cleaning up the bulk. This is like kind of like cleaning my canvas before I put my 2 guard open. I just find I could blend the 2 guard open nice into the 4. Instead of taking like a 3 or something, I'll take the 4 and then I'll blend straight from the 4. I'll go down to 2 guard open to get rid, or to soften that line. So right here I have the 2 guard open. We're slowly closing that, and you guys are going to see there's still going to be a line left like right now, and then we take our 1.5 guard open, slowly close the lever as you go down. Now you guys are going to see the blend isn't perfect, but we're going to fix that when we do our touch-up work at the end. So right here we're doing the other side, same exact steps. Usually I don't know, I switch up. Sometimes I'll do half and half, sometimes I'll do the whole haircut at a time, meaning like I'll carry around my guidelines all around the head. But I don't know, for right now, lately what I've been doing is just doing one side, like finishing it completely, doing the other side, finishing it completely, and then doing the back, like matching it all together, and then I'll do my touch-up work. It takes a bit more time, but I find my blends come out perfect because I could really see all the imperfections instead of going straight to another level, and it's just too much. So I make it simple, and I make sure that it comes out how I want it to come out. All right, so right here we're doing the touch-ups. for the touch-up work, what I'll do is I'll do all the steps just downward. So I'm starting with a 4, and then I'm going to take my 2 guard open, slowly close that, take my 1.5 guard open, slowly close that, 1.5 guard, or 1.5, so 1 guard open, slowly close it, 0.5 guard, slowly close it, and then I'll come in, guard open, slowly close it, and then we're going to hit it with our trimmers at the end. I usually save using the shaver for when I'm done the fade, but it all matters on how I'm feeling that day. If I want to use it right away, I'll use it right away. If I want to wait till the end, I'll just wait till the end. Doesn't make a big difference, because it's all gonna have the same end result. As you guys see right there where I just combed, there's still a little bit of a line and it's annoying me, so I'm not gonna stop until I get that line out. But just keep going through your clips. Just make sure you don't bring the fade up higher, so play it safe. Start with a higher guard and you'll eventually be able to take it out, because always remember, what you put a line in with, you could always take it out with that. And then right here, I'm just finishing it off with some scissor over comb, just to bring that blend in together. All right, so now it's time to do the top. So what you're gonna wanna do is fully saturate the hair. You're gonna wanna make sure that it's wet, just so you can play around with it and you could separate it, part it how you want when you're combing through it to cut it. So with Jake's hair, I cut it in like a comb over, but he wears it to the front messy. That's just how we kind of decided we were gonna do it. This guy comes in for a haircut every 2 weeks, and we've always been doing the same thing, and he loves it. So why change it up when it's already perfect? So what I do first is I leave out the bangs. I do the bangs last, so I'll come up a bit before the bangs, start on the left side, make my guideline, come behind it, make another guideline, or cut where my guideline is, come behind that, cut it, and then I'll move to the middle, do the same thing, and then move to the right side, do the same thing. After you're done doing that, I go to the front, just because the front is always a bit longer. That's why I leave it for the end. And then you do the same thing in the front. I kind of do in 2 or 3 sections, and then I move over to the side of the hair. And then when you move over to the side, you're doing like a cross check, just to make sure that all the hairs are even and it doesn't there aren't any inconsistencies. And then in the front here, I just comb it and cut it like that, just to make sure we have the right length and it falls where he wants it to fall. Alright, so that's what it's looking like, and we were happy with it. So it's time to move on straight to the beard. So with this beard, first step is I take the 2 guard open. You want to leave towards the chin area darker. So you guys saw where I started with my 2.5. I'm not going lower than that, because then it's going to mess with the fade. I want to leave the bottom really dark so that it'll give it that nice full look. So first thing, 2 guard open, and then we go to the 1.5 guard open, slowly close it, 1.5 guard open, slowly close it, 0.5 guard, open, slowly close it, 0.5, slowly close it, and then I go in with my trimmer. And then I just trim the stray hairs that are sticking out with my 2 guard open. I'm going downwards, but I'm not rubbing against his face, going hard at it. I'm just kind of freehanding it to make sure I get that shape that I want. And then we're gonna line up the back of his beard. So you don't want to push this in too much because that makes the regrow look horrible. So you want to keep it kind of natural, but at the same time keeping it sharp. And then right here, we're gonna make him lift his head. I turn him in the mirror so that if I just look behind me, I can see if it's looking straight or not. So you want to make sure you round the connection between the back of the beard and the bottom. You want to make sure that it has a nice round shape. And then once you're done that, I go ahead and I hit the top of the beard. I never really outline the top of the beard with my outliner. I just go straight with the straight blade, and I find that it leaves a way better and crispier line. Gonna want to keep it as high as possible. Don't forget to stretch out the skin. And then right here, I'm just using my trimmer just to get rid of the hairs that he has like under his eye. All right, now for the stash, I use a number 1 guard open, and we're just slowly going at it. I'm not digging onto his lip because then it'll cut it a bit too short. I'm just kind of freehanding it. And then you want to line up the bottom of his lip, and then you go up to the top. When doing the top of the lip, I like to put myself on the other side and then kind of put my hand over his head to line it up. As you guys can see right here, I just find it gives me a better vision of the mustache. So to finish it off, we're just gonna go over it with some scissors, get rid of all those stick out annoying hairs. All right, so that's pretty much it for the Jake Paul haircut. I'm gonna show the after in a few moments, but yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Oh my god, look, Jake Paul.